I've experienced so many strange things since joining your adventures, Doc.
Indeed, but what we now seek overshadows any of those things.
What's that, Doc?
Cryptocurrency. And the accounting profession desperately needs our assistance.
But why?
Because the current accounting rules account for crypto as an indefinite, intangible asset. That means that they'd be working with a cost impairment accounting model.
Which means only decreases in value would be recognized.
Until, of course, the asset is sold. At that point, increases would be recognized.
Sadly, that would not provide investors, lenders, creditors, and other allocators of capital with information for decision-making.
I suggest we go to the planet Nakamoto, where cryptocurrency was born, so we may learn more.
What happened?
A malfunction has occurred in the Portus, and it looks like a system update is the only way to fix the issue. Unfortunately, this could take several hours.
So what do we do now?
Let's take a look around to determine our whereabouts.
It looks like it used to be inhabited. What a strange planet. Kinda like crypto.
Not really. Most people simply do not understand the concept of cryptocurrency.
I suppose it's just the latest evolution in market exchange.
What makes crypto unique and different is that it is a digital currency.
So you can't hold it in your hands like conventional currency.
Precisely. It's a virtual medium which is secured by cryptography. Who are you?
We're an exploration team from the planet Ethereum.
Ah, that's located in the Solana galaxy.
I'm Sarah Donna Rose, but you can call me Sarah, and he's the Doc. What brings you here?
We're mining for a new type of crypto.
Yes, we find comfort in the fact that these forms of currency are based on a network that is distributed across a large number of computers.
No doubt you also like the fact that no central authority issues them.
Exactly. And we hope to find the next greatest crypto here.
Doc, do you suppose we could help them?
We can't very well go anywhere until the Portus reboots. Perhaps we could split up to cover more ground.
Wow, if I'd been bit by a deadly spider, I'd have been a goner.
In my case, I simply regenerate. So, do you know where to look for new crypto?
First, I have to discover a blockchain.
Oh, I see. A distributed digital ledger that stores data.
I see you have some experience in this area.
I pride myself in obtaining knowledge on a vast number of topics.
Then you must also be aware that the term distributed ledger comes from the fact that the ledger is actually distributed amongst the participating users. I didn't know there were other research teams here.
We should check it out.
It appears to be locked.
Not for long. I'll use my sonic toothbrush to open it. One of the unique features is that identical copies of the ledger are kept on multiple computers throughout a network.
Yes, we refer to those as nodes.
No, there we go. Let's go see who our fellow explorers are.
No one's here. I wonder who it belongs to.
I may be mistaken, but this appears to belong to the Galax.
What makes you say that?
Oh, just a hunch. It must be a scouting party, and if they're not here, that means they're somewhere out there.
So the others could be in danger.
Right. We must hurry and warn them.
This has promise.
Is this where you hope to find the ledger?
Well, part of it at least. You see, a distributed ledger is decentralized. Be careful where you step. No telling how deep this pit is.
Thanks. So, traditional ledgers tend to be centralized.
Yes, and unlike a centralized ledger, a distributed ledger does not use a central authority to authorize or validate any of its transactions.
Wait, what's that sound?
Intruders, capture them.
Oh no, Galax! I hope the doc is okay. Well, this certainly adds new meaning to the term blockchain.
We better do what they want if we want to get out of here alive. They appear to be after the same thing we are.
That's the thing about blockchain. The validation is done by various users along the chain.
It uses what is called a consensus protocol.
So the name comes from a simplified description of the database. It is quite literally a chain consisting of blocks of data.
Stop your chatter and get back to work. Otherwise, we will extinguish you.
Yes, we'll keep working.
I hope the doc finds us soon.
I told you to be careful climbing that old watchtower.
Well, I needed to get our bearings to quickly locate our colleagues. Otherwise, I would have not spotted this cave.
Well, let's take a look. What are they doing, Doc?
Oh dear, the Galax appear to be forcing them to mine for new assets. This must be their latest plan to become the superior race in the universe.
This is an ever-evolving topic.
True, in fact, the new accounting treatment is dependent on a very strict definition.
What do you mean?
First, it'll have to meet the definition of an intangible asset and not provide the asset holder with enforceable rights to or claims on underlying goods, services, or other assets.
I see. And it would have to be created or reside on a distributed ledger based on blockchain or some similar technology.
Precisely! And it must be secured through cryptography.
I assume the assets would need to be fungible.
Absolutely. And not created or issued by the reporting entity or its related parties.
So, how do we save our colleagues?
It's a long shot, but I've got an idea. Oi, it's me, the Doc. Look at me!
It's the doc. Extinguishment.
Alonzi!
I cannot see. Where is he? Watch out. Extinguishment.
Doc? Oh, I knew you'd save us.
We can't thank you enough for saving us, Doc.
Ironically, if it weren't for those Galax forcing us to mine for them, may have never discovered this new form of crypto asset.
What will you call it?
Well, since we found it in the cave, we're gonna call it Batcoin.
Brilliant! And the good news is that you're now required to measure it at its fair value.
But Doc, couldn't it have the potential to confuse certain users?
That's what proper disclosures are for.
Oh, of course, for both annual and interim statements.
We'll be certain to provide basic information about the holding period.
And the method used for cost basis for computing gains and losses.
And where those gains and losses are reported.
Fantastic! And don't forget to include a reconciliation of holdings with descriptions.
Along with various other items of importance.
It appears the Portus has finished rebooting. Come along, my dear. Nakamoto is still waiting for us. Oh, in your explorations, I suggest avoiding the FTX Nebula. Its resources were fully depleted by the Alamedans.